Come let me educate you on what you need to buy a sewing machine under $1,000. We have a lot to choose from. We have every brand here. But let me tell you what features you need, because being an electronic machine doesn't mean it's a quality machine. First thing we want to do is there's 3 quality features you need to have. Number 1 is a full rotary metal hook. The hook down here has got to be metal. You'll find a lot of machines on the market, Amazon, Walmart, different places, they're plastic. They won't last you. You want to have a metal full rotary hook. We used to have machines that you put in and the hook would go like this. No, full rotary where it goes all the way around in a circle. As you can see, you can't really tell it on screen, sorry, but it goes all the way around in a circle. Do not get a machine without that feature being metal. So first thing we wanted was a full rotary metal hook. Second thing is solid state electronic foot control. Now I'll show you some goodies. Number 1, I'm going to lift the presser foot up. You know where that is back here. But guess what? I can lift it higher. Now how much nicer is that? See underneath here? See how much room I have? So you can do that so you're able to walk over the denim. Now I'm just doing a plain old straight stitch here. Okay? And I'm going to double that up. That is 8 layers of denim right here. Now watch how I can go over it. Pretty incredible, huh? Now I want you to see I can go over it slowly as well as fast. Now I'm going to go slow because there's times you want to go slow, but most machines will jam. Mine's not going to jam because I have a solid state electronic foot control. 2 features. The next thing is it's called universal pressure. You know, I lifted that up and I can go through anything with it. So whether you're quilting, doing curtains, or doing garments, it's all going to work. My personal opinion is you shouldn't buy a sewing machine without these features, because if you buy a quality machine, you're going to have it for a long time. So this isn't a 2-year purchase. I'm just going to do a quick try motion that I want you to make sure you get 7 stitches, and they got to be try motion. Okay? So a lot of sewing machines you'll see out there have got 100 stitches on it. It's 100 junk stitches. We want try motion. I'm going to go to stitch number 14. Now on an electronic machine, all I have to do is push the number to 14. Now some of us need that because we don't want to have to remember everything from whenever to be able to do it. A simple machine to do at a very affordable price. Now I'm going to take it in and I'm going to bring it in and put the presser foot down, and I'm pretending I'm doing a neckline, which whenever you're sewing with knits, the knit can stretch. The knit needs to stretch over that head. You got it? Now, if you can see, I'll show you better. I know it's hard to see on screen, but I have all the classes for you to learn all this stuff. So I'm not stopping you without learning, okay? I've got all the usage classes and a whole school of everything to do with all these stitches. Now, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to cut it over here. Kind of makes it easy. But do you see how that stitch finished the seam? It gave me a straight stitch here, but while it was going backwards and forwards, what I have now is stretchability without it breaking. Now that's going to pull over the head and stretch right back into shape, but my seam is complete. So whether you're making slacks or you're making anything at all, you have tri-motion overcast, one for knits. This machine's got a couple, and it's got a fabulous one for wovens. So when you start making pants or you start making things and you want to just fix your son's jeans, you know, they have to be, you know how things fall apart. You're going to use number 28 on that. I will teach you everything how to do it. Now, I'm going to go to what we call a stretch straight. This will make you understand what I'm talking about by tri-motion. All I want is number 5. So all I have to do is move it down to number 5. Pretty easy, huh? Now what this is doing is going backwards to upwards to. I'm going to slow it down. See my speed control? Look how slow I can go. Now you think that's not nice, But I got a 5-year-old granddaughter, I'm teaching how to sew. This is plenty fast for her. Okay, it's going up 2, back 1, up 2, back 1. Get it? Okay, now I'm going to lift this off, and I'm going to cut it off. And what's happened now, you can see it's a very heavy straight stitch. But look at this. It's going to stretch, and it's not going to break. So you're going to do your hems with it at times. You're going to do a crotch seam, a sleeve seam, anything you want to mend, but you don't ever want to have to sew again. This is what you're going to use. I just did cushion covers for patio furniture, but you don't want anybody to sit down on that, and they connected, and I put this across them. It'll never rip out. I'll never have to have that job again, which is exactly what I want. Okay, 7 stitches, 3 quality features. The Baby Lock Jubilant is a fabulous machine if you're starting somebody off, but you want things that you can grow with. We can start here. Yes, we have machines for $200. We have plenty of them, probably 8 of them sitting right here. But just think about what you personally want. Now I'm going to take you and show you 2 more. Then you will be educated pretty much as to what's out here in the basic level, but a machine that's going to last forever. The Baby Lock Jubilant is a wonderful machine to start off with and have for a long time. It has a 5.5-inch opening. Now let me take you up 1 model so you can compare to see what you personally need. Let's go up to the Presto. You get very spoiled having your hands, moving your quilt. If your quilt is all wrapped up in here, the 3.5-inch opening is a pleasant, pleasant joy. When we go up from the Jubilant to the Presto, I'm gaining some features and gaining power. But I want you to understand the threading. The threading to me is the most important thing. If it's easy for you to sew, then guess what? You're going to sew more. So all I have to do is follow the 1, 2, come on down 3, 4, come on down 5, 6. Look how easy. Now, here's my point. Here's what I think everybody in the world needs. I'm going to put it up here to number 7, and do you see how it just clicks on there? Then there's a cutter over here. I have to cut it off. Okay, now watch real closely. Watch the needle. I'll put this down so the light, okay? Now, the needle's what we're watching, and all I have to do is press this lever here on my side. It's just a lever here. I bring it down. Watch the needle. I just threaded my needle, folks. So you can't tell me anybody doesn't need that. But by the time you get my age, you need it really, really desperately. What I like about it is it never breaks if you do it right. I got all the classes to learn how to use this for the proper way, even to clean it out yourself and everything on all the tri-motion I'm telling you. Back one more time. The Jubilant has the threading. On the Presto, the next thing I want to show you is the bobbin. You're going to wind the bobbin up here like you always do. No problem. Here's the greatest thing they invented. I got a bobbin. I'm going to stick it into the case underneath that screw. Watch, come on over and it'll cut off. There's a cutter there. Guess what? I never have to go and turn my hand wheel and bring my thread up. Never. I never have to hold the threads. You know how you used to hold the threads in the back? You don't do that no more. I don't even bring up my bobbin thread. It's going to start perfectly for me. This right here is worth the money to buy a new machine for anybody. Needle threader, this, and I got a machine that's going to go through anything that I need to go through with the highest power. Now, let's compare the Jubilant to the Presto for right now. You're talking $200 at the present moment at the Great Buys. You have got the bigger opening, the bright light. Now, here is the lowest price you can get my favorite feature on sewing machines these days. Let's pretend we're sewing. Notice I just put it down. I didn't have to hold on. I didn't have to do any of that. I do have a stop-start button here. I don't have to use a foot control, but to keep my hands out of the screen, I'm using a foot control. So, I'm going to start off sewing. Watch. And let's say I want to reverse right there. Then I push reverse, come back up. Here's the click. Watch. I got scissors. the best thing ever. I click the scissors, it cuts the thread. So I can lift up my presser foot, move it away, and I have a perfect seam with the threads pulled to the bottom. So I reversed, no mess, pulled to the bottom. You should be excited. Now, I want to show you the next exciting thing. I do this one all the time. 3 more things I got to show you. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to start sewing, but I'm on something particular and I want to stop right there. Now, the coolest thing is when you push this button, it stops on a dime. It doesn't take an extra stitch. It stops on a dime, and then it will cut my thread for me. Okay, now let me tell you my favorite thing that I do all the time that I think is fabulous. I'm going to start sewing, and I want to stop on a dime. I want to stop right there, so I push this button. It'll take 3 knots. I reach over and cut my threads. So here's your reverse. Here's a knot. You've never had that before. Needle up, needle down is a treasure, and scissors are a must. I'm going to lift up my presser foot just because I'm done. And look, it cut my thread and buried it to the bottom. But I hope you can see how perfectly clean that is. Maybe in the light works better. See how that's knotted? Perfectly clean. I don't have to now go and bring up my thread and turn my hand wheel like we used to. You think that's good? Got one more thing to show you. Now, let's go over here. We're going to push the reverse, and I'm going to push the cutter. So now what happens is it's going to sew along, going to go forward 3 stitches, backwards 3 stitches. Whenever I push reverse, it'll go backwards 3 stitches, and it will automatically cut the thread because I just told it to. I'll do it again. I'm going to start out. Now look, it gives me the right amount of thread. I don't have to do anything but put my presser foot down. Watch it. It's going to sew forward 3 stitches, backwards 3 stitches, and I can either knot or reverse right at the end, exactly where I want it. But by having those 2 buttons pushed, it cut it. And guess what? I'm ready to go to the next one, but it's all clean. These are features that are going to make your sewing so much more enjoyable. In our online school, I have uses for all these stitches. These aren't garbage stitches. These are quilting stitches. There's smocking stitches. There's eyelets. Everything involved in this machine that you would want on one. My favorite is that it goes to an 8-inch opening. It's got more lighting. So from the Jubilant to here, I'm gaining more lighting. I'm gaining 3 inches. I'm gaining this presser foot and cutter. So that the cutter is the big thing I'm gaining here. As well as this is what I call the baby of the top of the line. Meaning the least amount of goodies on the highest quality machine. Fabulous machine. I have them in schools. They're very, very dependable. Fabulous, something to consider. Now let's decide, let's go up one. So you can compare where you are, whether you're best to start to get a Jubilant or we want to move up one. As far as your education to understand things, let's rule out a few things that you don't think you need. Let's talk about embroidery. Now, this is everything that's on my Presto with embroidery. So now what is embroidery? You say, oh, I don't want it. Let me tell you, a little bit of embroidery goes a long way. Now this is an embroidery arm that you just slide onto the machine. So this little guy lets me have an open arm. Okay, well, this comes with one also. But right now, I'm setting it up for embroidery to be able to do it. So it has all the sewing functions that I showed you on the Brilliant. I turn it off for plug and play, and I'm going to make it an embroidery machine. Now let's get it started just to give you a clue. Then I'm going on to my Brilliant. Okay, in the machine, there's hundreds of designs built in. So you can go in and, oh, look at the cute pumpkins and scarecrows ones. Isn't it holiday season too, right? There you go. You put that on a little towel or a kitchen towel, you got some fun stuff. Okay, now you don't need to worry about what's in a machine because there are literally thousands and thousands of designs on the internet. You will download them, depends what machine you buy, either wirelessly or USB, stick them in, and now you can do any design at all. So let me just show you, for you folks that have never seen embroidery, I'm gonna go back. Those are lots of designs, awesome lettering, okay? So I'm just going to go into here and pick a heart. And in the heart, I got lots of choices to sew around that heart, as well as all the designs. So a square, triangle, whichever one you're using. You want to use a quilt label? Here we go. We can just go with a heart. We'll say set. I'm going to add. And let's go get Braden and B. Now I want lowercase. R A D. Get it? Very easy to use, like a tablet, okay? So it's very, very simple to use even for me. Now I got to take Braden. I want to move it up a little bit, or let's see. Okay, with Braden, I think I want a little smaller. It's kind of taking up that heart. But you see, all I have to do is push it, and I can just take, oops, wrong one. That's okay. I want to select, I want to do Braden, see? So I went to select, size. There we go. See, it's still readable, but it's a little bit smaller. Got it? It's okay. You want to learn how easy it is to do this machine. I'm not a computer person. I don't, but I'm just going to go to embroidery and I'm going to start sewing, and the whole thing's 2,400 stitches, 6 minutes, black, red, and black. So black is what they tell me to use. I'm using green because it's going to look like a little flower. Now, just to get you understand, one more time, everything on the Presto is on my Aurora. The Presto has the big opening, the more lighting. The Aurora has embroidery. And it's one of our most popular traveling machines. It comes with a big extension table to come around it. And so many people use it as a sewing machine. Number one, all the feet fit. Number two, the threading. Remember that threading? Okay, let's get it started. It's got a green light for me. So all I have to do is to push the green light and away I go. So it's going to do the design. I can go clean my kitchen. It's all ready to go to do the design. So if you look here, the green is done, and it's now changed to a red in there, but I'm doing pink. So I'm coming down, putting my presser foot back down and threading my needle. Watch again the needle, and all I do is bring the thread down and it's going to do it. So now I got a green light. It's going to take 2 minutes. You can change the colors and have it say pink. I'm just going quick here for you. So now I'm going to push the button, and it's going to do like a little dot, like a little flower inside of each one of those leaves. Remember, I don't have to be here now. So let's look here. Doing embroidery on pillowcases is darn fun. And let me tell you, these are a hot, stupid commodity for little kids, but they absolutely love them when I give them to them for every holiday. So there's my oven. Let's just show you some fun things. Like a little, this is fun. Quilt labels, fabulous, made with love. The hugs come with this quilt. All those can be done row after row after row on the machine. Now what I really want to show you is this is done in the hoop, and we quilted the square all the way to give it all the way through the batting. So it's quilted all the way through. Now look at the decorative stitches that you get with it. These are the things on the machine. They're on all the machines I told you about. This is called a blanket stitch, and it looks like what Mom used to do by hand. There's about 10 of those. It's really, really, really cool stuff. Okay, this is going. I think you get the idea. To recap, it's a little bit smaller than the Presto. Doesn't give us the opening, but it gives us embroidery. Remember, as a travel machine, it's a very awesome one because it gives you everything. Now I'm going to go up to my favorite. Now the Brilliant inside is the exact same machine as the Presto that I already told you. But for a couple $100, number one, you're getting more of the quilt stitches that are out on machines. You don't get as many on there. You also gain a walking foot. A walking foot, when you're sewing, is, can you see? Let's see. Can you see? And it's hard to see. The white come down. You seeing that? So as you put that on, the machine is going to go over the fabric without pulling it. You're doing quilting. You're going and you're getting it this much off at the end. If you're sewing draperies, you sew down and one puckers just a little bit. The walking foot eliminates it. This is a $60 part that comes here. What it's also going to gain you is the knee lift. Now watch here. The knee lift comes with it, and it just goes in this little hole right here. Now what it's going to do, it's going to lift the presser foot and lift it down. Lift it and lift it down. The knee lift, I am not having to come back here and lift my presser foot up. Watch what I'm doing. I'm going to sew along. Remember, I have the 2 buttons over here that will knot and cut. Remember, I had that. So I might want to reverse right there. It's going to automatically cut. But watch, now I can lift the knee presser foot up, bring it along, and keep on sewing. So watch what I did. Do you believe that? Again, I'm going to knot. It's going to cut automatically. I lift my knee, and it cuts and buries it to the bottom. The knee lift is a saver. If you will take our classes and you will work on that for a week, you'll never be without a knee lift. It's a big, big, big time saver. So let's go over real quick the differences of all 4 of these machines. We'll go backwards this time. So you're talking here. Again, it's my favorite. It comes with a walking foot. It comes with a knee lift. It's got plenty of stitches. And remember, the cut and the reverse automatically. Those features, the 8.5-inch opening, look at the light. You're not going to be buying another one of these for 20 years. You might as well get a few features that's going to make your life easier. Now let's go down. So now we would be eliminating features. But the joy of the Aurora is that it is a small embroidery machine. That means 4x4. Okay? But how fun is it to just push the button and let the machine go on its own? So that's going to be able to put my name in it, have fun with it, all embroidery. Now we go down to the Presto. So what this has given me is all the quality of the Brilliant. It's still giving me the light. It's giving me the reverse and the cut. Not as many stitches, not as many goodies. So realistically, the Brilliant is probably the best value, but it depends where you want to be. Now let's go down to the Jubilant. It's a very dependable sewing machine. It's not going to give you any grief. It's going to sew for whatever you want to on whatever fabric you want to. So the Jubilant, again, is my opinion, if you're a sewer and you want something for 20 years, this is really where you should be.
Now here's what happens when you buy from us. First off, we ship the machine directly to your door for free. Finding the right machine is hard, but finding the education to actually use all those features is even harder. I have been in the business for over 50, and teaching our customers how to use their machine is my #1 priority. I see and hear from you, many of you, all the time, and so many of you have never been taught to use their machine and half of the features on it. My son Connor has built an online community where you can enjoy the knowledge, fun, and inspiration from my sewing store right from your phone, tablet, or desktop using our app. Just for purchasing from me, you'll get access to a section in the community called From Box to Confidence, where we go over everything from opening the box, an overview of the accessories, how to use the screen, buttonholes, quarter seam allowance, free motion quilting, simple applique, overcasting, and even using twin needles. Not having the education is where most people get stuck. And if I can help you get comfortable with the basics, I can move you to the fun part. Now, on top of the From Box to Confidence section, you'll also get my Beyond the Basics course. I have sold this many times for $97, and if you purchase a machine, it's yours free for life. Now I'm going to show you my secrets, the ones I've learned from years of sewing, for doing applique, mastering stretch stitches, and even overcasting, beginner-friendly quilting techniques, and hemming tips that will blow your mind no matter how long you've been sewing. And that's just the start. We're also diving into decorative stitches, blanket stitches, and how to applique cleanly around corners and curves. And honestly, so much more. I've had customers come up to me and tell me they have been sewing 60 years and couldn't believe the things they learned. I think you will really enjoy it. Now, as another bonus, I've made a course called Preventative Machine Maintenance, filmed by me and my techs to help you maintain your sewing machines right from home. Our sewing machines are expensive, so let's take care of them. This is normally $97, now free with your purchase. My son Connor has built an entire online system to give you the education you need, but we also provide video chat support for you if you buy the machine from us. Now that's not all. That's just what comes with a machine purchase. What you might not know is I have an entire online community and membership. Educators come from all around the world into our video studio and release episodes, create projects, and film courses to teach you the ins and outs of sewing, serging, quilting, embroidery, and more. Plus, we host seasonal sew-alongs, live stream with you, and we release new projects throughout the year. These are included inside our membership, and because I want you to experience all of it, I'm giving you a free trial of the membership. Once you complete usage, you can jump right into sewing fun projects with us. Everything you need to truly use your machine to its fullest potential. Now, if you are not looking to buy a new machine right now, you can join the full membership. It's $29 a month or $197 a year. Now, in our community, there is so much to learn, and that's why I'm going to give you a 60-day trial of my full membership. Listen, you're probably watching every video on the internet trying to find the perfect sewing machine. We hear this from customers every single day. It's overwhelming, and it can be hard to know which brand or model is actually right for your needs and your budget. So reach out to us. We can help answer your questions, and there's absolutely no obligation. Click the button below, give us a call, or hop on our live chat. If you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe so you won't miss future tutorials. For more help, visit sewitonline.com. Join our little community and keep making beautiful things. Bye for now. Happy sewing.